Hey vinyl community, John here. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Once again, had a week where it was my every intention not to buy any records or acquire any records and try and catch up on my listening. But as usual, these great plans, completely failed again, is the bottom line. The first thing which I was expecting, and I think I probably predicted, was that I got this in the post. It's a fantastic package. Tracy Thorn's latest solo album called Tinsel and Lights. I did shell out and buy the vinyl box version, and in the box, so it's very Christmassy, there's a copy of the CD which has one less track on than the vinyl. There's some Christmas cards, some Christmas wrapping paper, none of which will ever get used obviously, and then a really nice pressing of the album. 180, it must be 180 grams comfortably. We have had this on non-stop rotation. It's just a brilliant album, and whilst it is down as a Christmas album, because she's not just gone for predictably playing very Christmas standards, it's like just a standard solo album in respect. So there are songs on there that I haven't heard before, and there's only about 2 that Tracy's written herself. The rest are all they're all cover versions or been written by other people or collaborations, and it's quite an eclectic mix. There's like Stephen Merritt from the Magnetic Fields has written a song on there. There's a cover of a Dolly Parton song, Ron Sexsmith, White Stripes. There's a collaboration with Green Gartside from Scritti Politti. There's a couple that Tracy's written herself, namely the title track Tinsel and Lights, and the first one I think is called Joy, she wrote. But my absolute favourite is it's the last track on the CD and the second to last track on the vinyl, and that is called Sister Winter, and it's a song which was written and performed originally by Sufjan Stevens, who I don't actually know that much about, but it is just a brilliant track, and I would heartily recommend this album to anybody, and you will not be disappointed. Certainly, the actual box set itself is really nicely done, and is a limited edition of 1,000, I believe. But if you only run to the CD, then do that. The second thing that I then got in the post was this from Trish, DJ Trish, her channel. Is 2 CDs, Falling Out of Summer 2012 and October 2012. And if any of you watch Trish's channel, you'll know that she specialises in mixers. And she did say in her note to me that she has eclectic taste, and that is certainly true. It ranges a broad gamut from Black Uhuru, the Rosillos. I remember the Rosillos from being 15. I've got one of their albums, Johnny Cash, Kajagoogoo. So thanks for that, Trish. I really appreciate it. We spent a little time listening to the first one, Rocktober 2012, but I'm going to stick these in the car and be listening to them all week. And then the second gift I had this week, me and my mate Vinyl Harry, we sometimes meet on a Friday afternoon, go to a record shop and then the pub afterwards, and he gave me this, which sealed copy of Jimi Hendrix album, First Rays of the New Rising Sun. This came from a series of reissues. This is still sealed. I haven't even listened to it, but apparently Harry ended up with 2. He didn't even explain how he ended up with 2, but he gave one to me, so that was really appreciated, because I think that probably goes for about 25 quid, something like that, so to give it away was really generous. At the same time, at the same trip, I bought this by the Shirelles. I couldn't think what music I was in. I searched through the whole shop and couldn't really find anything that took my fancy. And in the end, I decided to go for a bit of retro, and I got this, which is again is a really nicely produced reissue. Tonight's the Night by the Shirelles. Best track on there for me is Will You Love Me Tomorrow. Then yesterday, I got this in the post. Now again, I have championed this record label, Fruits de Mer, a few times, and I made a video about it. And the chap behind Fruits de Mer is called Keith Jones, and he is a massive 60s, 70s psych fan, and to a lesser extent maybe krautrock. And he releases these in batches, and the latest batch has got 3 singles. And I've sort of subscribed to that label, which means I get first dibs on anything. But I just think they're very, very collectible, and they do sell for quite a high price eventually on eBay. And it's a way of learning about music that I wouldn't normally buy, I think. So my favourite on here, I think, so far, is the Anton Barbeau single, which is called Psychedelic Mind of Moses. There is a bit of a giveaway as to what the song sounds like. I'll show you the single. They're absolutely fantastic, the quality of the packaging, etc. And Anton Barbeau sounds a little bit like a cross between John Lennon and George Harrison, singing wise. So that's sort of my favourite. And then there's the EP is by the Chemistry Set, and there's got 3 tracks on there. And again, it's supposed to be a double A side, so it's side A and side A2. And my favourite on there is Hallucinations, I think. And again, if I just show you what it looks like, this is actually on the Regal Crabophone label rather than the Fruits de Mer, but it's all from the same guy, and is less psyche, if you like. But again, look at that, it's like a translucent aquamarine colour. So that's the 3 of them. The other one that came in the batch, I've not really sort of taken on board yet. I've listened to it once. So it's called Higher Than the Sun by Permanent Clear Light. But again, it's got a poster in there and postcard, and well, I'll just show you because it looks fantastic again. And this one is like a mauvey colour. So, and I think they cost about £5 each, which I suppose sounds a lot. It is a lot, but I just think they are very collectible, and since I've been buying them, I've not been disappointed at all. And then finally, I went to Nottingham yesterday to meet my mum for lunch. I hadn't seen her for a while, and there's a great shop called Fop, which was part of a chain which went bankrupt and was bought by HMV. So I'm not a big fan of chain stores. However, in fairness to HMV, they've kept the identity of Fop, and they are like a proper original music shop where they've got a wide variety of things. They don't put the DVDs at the front of the shop, but they also do vinyl. So I bought this, which many people recognise, called Tiger Milk by Belle and Sebastian. It's their first album, and that was a tenner. It was sealed, brand new. And then I bought this, and it's called well, I'm assuming that it's a band called Neutral Milk Hotel. I haven't even listened to it, it's still sealed. And the album's called On Avery Island, and it was a £5, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go just to because it's sort of a bargain, and it's brand new and it's sealed, and they're massively discounted, so I'm going to listen to that this afternoon. So I'll leave you with that. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday VC. Have a happy Halloween if that's what you celebrate. But if you buy one album this month, buy Tinsel and Lights by Tracy Thorn. Take care.